I am in Bellmawr, New Jersey, standing on the brand new Browning Road Bridge that goes over top of 42, 76, 295. This is construction complete. You'll see cars driving by shortly. There's one key aspect of this project though that remains, this Browning Road Bridge segment that is, and that is to get rid of that metal temporary bridge that's over there. Guys, they put that online back in 2021, so it's been 4 years. This has been a 4-year segment to rebuild this bridge, and they're getting ready to start the process to take the temporary bridge down. It's a 3-phase aspect because they got to pull that thing back off of the roadway, which has a lot of traffic going below us. So it's a 3-phase aspect. They're going to start phase 1 Monday night, which actually, the activity actually falls in like Tuesday morning, 12:30 a.m., 1:30 a.m. Well, I'm going to show you what's going on here, tell you all about this project, tell you about how they're going to remove this bridge and show you what's taking place here. It's Sunday morning. The action starts Monday night. So as a quick refresher, this brand new bridge is Browning Road. It's actually a grade level bridge. You got the St. Wacom Annunciation Church there. You have the giant cemetery over here. To the locals, this is just like driving on a roadway. They rebuilt this bridge, I think, for 3 reasons. One is it was aging, right? New Jersey and all the other states, the Department of Transportation are looking at aging infrastructure and rebuilding it. Really what the catalyst was is the $1 billion Direct Connect project. Over there, as a reference, that's the Great Wall that they just basically completed rebuilding. You can see some of the support columns. 295, when this is done, will actually be going over top of us here. So to make this all work and to support the construction that's taking place below us, first thing is, well, one, again, they rebuilt it because it's old. 2, this bridge is higher. It gives them more room underneath for the future aspects of the project they need to do below us. The third thing is this bridge is considerably longer. And by making it longer, it has allowed them to go wider with the bowl, I call it the bowl area roadways for 42, 76, and 295. So this is a long metal, I guess steel structure back in the World War I or World War II, as our troops were moving through Europe and other areas, that the tanks would get stuck in the mud. So they made bridges like this. And here we are decades later, it's found a commercial use for these types of projects. Again, this entire bridge was rebuilt in place, so traffic was not moving here, and they directed traffic over there. What they've done is down this end, which is the eastern end, you have the cemetery in the distance. There is like a long runway over here. In fact, once I get a break in the traffic, I'm gonna go over there. You can see this massive cat truck. Guys, that cat bulldozer is what's gonna pull the bridge back, and I'm gonna explain to you why this is being done in 3 segments over a period of weeks. To support the effort in pulling it back, they've created this runway, sort of a staging area. You can see how the truck is connecting to the bridge there. They're gonna be able to pull it back here, and they're gonna have this long space. Now, one of the reasons why they're doing this in thirds is they only have a limited amount of area here because you have the cemetery entrance there. So they're gonna pull back maybe 100 feet, and then once they get it back, this area here, they're gonna dismantle the bridge segment. Like, you get that? This is one long bridge piece. They're gonna pull it back 1/3. That means there'll be about 100 feet of the bridge sitting here on the ground. They'll be able to dismantle it. Once that dismantling is completed in about 2 weeks, they're gonna schedule to move the next third of the bridge over. And again, that will be sitting here and they'll dismantle it. Now, another reason why they're doing this in thirds is because of the columns that are holding this up. So if we look down here, maybe we can get a good vantage point. In the middle of the span, there are 2 sets of columns, one closer to the church and then one right here. So they're spacing this out, so as they pull this back, the end of the bridge will be resting on the support column at the end. They don't want a segment of the temporary bridge like dangling in the air, so they'll be able to like rest it nicely. So it kind of works out perfectly. Think about the engineering of this. They had to figure it out that they had to space those columns enough to support the structure, but then also space them enough that they knew later on when they come time to take this thing apart, they had enough runway space here. You get what I'm saying to do this? So it's a really smart idea. The very first set of support columns is in the distance here. And by the way, check this out. They've actually already kind of moved the bridge off of the original concrete base, which was holding the bridge up for traffic. They've now jacked it up a bit, I guess, and moved it. I don't know those exact details. But over here to my left, we have a set of temporary support columns, and over here to my right is another set. So this is basically the 100 feet. They're gonna pull this bridge back from my left to the right. They're gonna stop on Monday night, Tuesday morning at that point and dismantle. And then the next phase, in 3 weeks or so, we'll bring it back to here. Just getting a closer look at this temporary support structure that they put here. So it's already off of the permanent concrete support pad. And you know, I think what we're seeing here is there's actually wheels. They put these temporary spaces, there's like roller wheels. So as they pull this back with that tractor, the giant bulldozer, this thing is just gonna move on wheels, like a little bit of a conveyor belt aspect. So one other aspect that they've done here on the end by the church is they've put this temporary addition to the temporary bridge. And you know, I don't know all the details on this, but I can only assume that as they're pulling this back, it gives them another support structure, you know, beyond the length of the bridge. I would imagine it's a very strong structure, but it's not as heavy and bulky as the main bridge. So imagine as they pull this guy back to that first set of columns, which we got a really good vantage point here, the end of the bridge will likely stop at those support columns. You'll still have this piece over here, you know, holding things up, I'd imagine, and it's all gonna traverse and carry down. Hey guys, I'm Mark for 42freeway.com. I write about things coming to South Jersey, including road projects, and I want to apologize to everybody because I have been promising a full drone video update. Let me tell you, I have taken video probably 15 times. NJDOT, I absolutely have more video and footage of your efforts here than anybody in the world. But what happens is it takes a long time to edit those videos. So I come here, I get all the drone shots, and then I don't have the 5 hours or 4 hours I need to edit this together and do my overlays. And then you guys are moving so fast here on this project, the construction teams. If I don't get to it in a week, I'm like, darn it, I gotta go back and get more drone footage. So I got new footage today. Hopefully I do this Sunday night for Monday morning with a second video. We got the Browning Road Bridge video right here, the bridge removal video, and then hopefully I got that drone video going online Monday or Tuesday. Thanks guys, Mark, 42 Freeway.